What is going on, team? It is Xander with Fates Trading Academy. So I just wanted to hop on real quick, drop some thoughts on GME and um, what was the other one? AMC, the two big dogs last week. What a crazy week, guys! What a crazy week. So I'm gonna do that. Drop my opinion and my thoughts on those two stocks because I know a lot of people are really excited about it and are either in a position with it or are thinking about maybe jumping in now. So I'm going to shed some light on that. And then I'm also going to drop quite a bit of stocks that are positioning themselves to be great opportunities for this upcoming week. Um, so if you guys are interested in maybe exploring other opportunities out there that are not as risky as GameStop or AMC, um, then stay tuned. I will be sharing some of those. And if you guys find any value, drop a like down below. Um, Maybe throw some comments out, tell me what your thoughts are on these. And yeah, let's just hop right into it. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you guys. That way you guys can see what I see and we will get started. All right. So taking a look at AMC, right? Um, one of the one of the two big dogs out here. We saw a crazy rally this last week. We basically went from $2 to $25, almost 26. And then we had a massive pullback, right? So obviously by now, I would assume and I would hope that everybody's kind of in the loop of what's going on. And my thoughts from the beginning, if you go back and watch the last week's video, when I touched base on GME a little bit, I did put out, a warning as far as, even getting involved with any of these stocks, right? So the reason being is this happens very often. It's just a lot of people aren't aware of it because they're not aware of the companies that this happens to. So this isn't very new. It's obviously fairly crazy that it's happening to something like GameStop or AMC. Um, and a lot of people are really involved. But otherwise, it's hard to say, but I would say, it's basic pump and dump, right? So what happens is the stock gets pumped up, it gets squeezed. Potentially, it goes into a short squeeze, which we're expecting. Um, but it's just a matter of, will the retailers hold out, right? Because if they don't, this thing is dropping like a brick. Um, so we're really in that situation right now with both GMC or GameStop and GME, yeah, GME and AMC. So looking at GME, basically the same thing. It's pretty much following the same, format. So the issue that we're facing right now is we're obviously squeezing, right? We've broken through this support level that we were holding on GME, similarly on AMC. And the question is, are institutions actually going to get squeezed? As of right now, there's a lot of rumors that they're covering their positions, but in fact, it's actually not true. Um, they are unrealized losses as of right now. They still have not covered their positions, so they are holding out. The question is, will the retailers hold out? So my game plan with both of these is basically taking it day by day, right? I'll be trading. This is an analysis on a 4 hour, and I'll be trading based on the 5 minute, five 5 minute chart, and kind of just going with the flow. Um, and that's what I'm going to be scalping off of these positions. If it blows up, it blows up. If not, I will be protected and I will be watching my position. That's what I would suggest if you do get involved. Get involved on a very tight stop loss. Manage your risk really tight, and pay attention. Just don't throw your money in it and then hope that it works out, because that's not really trading, that's gambling, right? So that's my advice if you're gonna get involved. I am not a financial advisor. That's just something, that's my personal opinion. That's what I would do and I will do. But you guys, do what you got to do. I'm just shedding some light, my thought process on it, my thoughts on it. So yeah, potentially it could pop, potentially, it could drop. At this point, nobody really knows how it's going to go. So taking it day by day is really probably the best plan if you're going to get involved. If you're not very, inclined to take a lot of risk, then I would just say overall and totally ignore these stocks, as tempting as it is, right? Both AMC and GME and what are all the other ones that are, pumping at the moment. So that's kind of my game plan for both of these, my thought process, taking it day by day, um, scalping on a 5 minute, 1 minute, 5 minute, and just seeing how things go. Holding it, you know, overnight or over weekends and hoping for the best is, not the smartest thing in my opinion. But you guys do what you got to do. So that being said, I will be hopping into, sharing a few stocks that are, lining up to have a fairly good opportunity to potentially capitalize on, right? So if you guys are, trying to avoid these stocks, let's go ahead and jump into a few that have some great opportunities. The first one that I was going to look at and share with you guys is Under Armour. So this one here, if we're looking at it on a 4-hour frequency, we're seeing that it's been holding that over that the SMA for pretty much the last 6 months, 7 months. And it's just been, a consistent uptrend that we're seeing here. We did see a fairly healthy pullback happen here. And the reason that this one caught my eye is today we did break the exponential moving average on the 4-hour frequency. So this is looking like a great opportunity for a buy. We did break it in the last few hours, and then we saw a pop in the after hours up until 17.99. So from 17.99, if we're looking at the profit potential to where it was previous highs, it is looking to be, the bottom without even considering, the wicks. We're looking at about 7%. With the wicks, we're looking at about 8.6%. A lot less risk and definitely more, consistent, and a consistent, nice uptrend. RSI is looking healthy. MACD is also looking healthy. We are having the earnings coming up on the 10th of February. And, from the looks of it, this company has been doing fairly well. A great opportunity, in my opinion. The next one that we're going to be looking at is LMDND, and that is Lemonade Inc. This one, we did see a fairly nice pullback here. Same situation, we've been staying above the SMA for pretty much the last few months, and this has had a fairly consistent uptrend. And then we saw this nice pullback happen. And the reason, once again, this one caught my eye, we are breaking the EMA here. We are reversing in the MACD, and the RSI is looking fairly healthy. We're about to break 50, which is a good sign for us. And once we break this, if we're going to be able to hold above basically 149.70 tomorrow, in my opinion, we probably would be heading up to the next highs. The first level of resistance that I would say we'd be looking at is potentially up here at 170. So this one is, from 149, 150 to 170 is what I would be expecting to, start covering profits. And that would be about a 15% gain. If we're looking up to previous highs, we're looking at about 23%. So this is also a great opportunity. The next one that I was going to share with you guys is going to be Walmart, WMT. This one's also presenting a fairly great opportunity. However, we haven't seen quite a reversal yet, but this is definitely building a very nice, healthy margin for us. So we went from 157 of highs, basically 154, all the way down to 139. So from current lows to previous highs, we're looking at about 10%. Um, However, what we're watching, we're obviously seeing our RSI bottoming out, and we are on the oversold side. We haven't quite seen the MACD reverse yet, and we haven't really seen, an approach towards the EMA. So what my plan with this one is, we're just going to be having it on watch, making sure that we're taking advantage of the best opportunity. At the moment, it's not looking, it's still pulling back, so we don't want to be catching a falling knife. But what we do want to do is we want to keep an eye on it. And once we start seeing a reversal, you know, that would be our moment to jump into it and potentially ride this puppy right back up. And that's about a 9.6% profit potential. And our next support level, more or less significant support level, is approximately down here, which we are basically approaching that. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a bounce here if we're going to keep going down. It looks like we're about to have a reversal. And once, we're having a color change on the MACD happening. So once this props up to, the EMA line, I can potentially see, a breakthrough through that and heading right back up. This one is definitely, setting up fairly well. Home Depot is the next one. Definitely, we're starting to see a reversal on the MACD. RSI, we got plenty of room to run. And we are definitely, we definitely are approaching the EMA. What we want to see is we want to see a break through that blue line, that EMA line. Once we see that break, potential to the top that we've got of this current high is about 5.3%. Back to previous highs, that'd be about 7%. People are still working on their homes, home renovations. Home Depot's, been doing very well throughout the pandemic. Obviously, we've been holding about the SMA. We've seen a little bit of drawdown down here, but overall, we are looking fairly good. Also, another great opportunity to jump in and capitalize on this. The next one that we were going to look at is going to be WYNN. WYNN. This one, once again, great setup on the RSI, heading up. We are coming upon the earnings, and we're also looking at the MACD, which is starting to, we had a reversal show here. It looks like we're heading up. We did just break the EMA, so from current lows to previous highs, we are looking at about 13.4% here. Once again, another great opportunity. Definitely not as risky as GameStop or AMC. So a much safer trade, if you ask me. Much more reliable. JBL is going to be the next one that we're going to be taking a look at. Once again, just flashed a signal on the MACD that we are going into a reversal. Plenty of room to run on the RSI. We did just cross the EMA, and we also saw a bounce on the SMA. We once again have been holding above this SMA for quite some time. Consistent uptrend, looks very great. From here to previous highs, we are seeing a 8.4% profit potential. Obviously, we want to be considering our risk. So our risk, we'd be looking at about a 3.7%. We're going to be using this SMA line as a signal for a sell to manage our risk. Once again, a great opportunity. And the next one is going to be AIG. I'm going to just run through these fairly quickly. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I do want to show you guys these opportunities that are out there. There's plenty of opportunities besides what everybody's hyping up. There's a lot of opportunities for a lot of money to be made. So pay attention to this, guys, and take advantage of this, right? So AIG, once again, had a nice healthy pullback happen here. We did break the SMA. So, that's not a good sign, but we did bottom out here. Once we did break the SMA, we bottomed out on the RSI, and we are starting to form a reversal on the MACD, right? So once again, this is similar to the last one that I was talking about, Walmart, still in the sell-off, right? But once we start seeing a break of this EMA here, that is going to be our indication for a purchase or an potential entry, right? And from that EMA to previous highs, we are looking at about 10.7% profit potential, right? Once again, let's go ahead and check, where is our previous support? And we're using these, previous lows as our support indicator. right? And this is exactly what we're starting to bounce on. We are seeing the RSI heading up. We are seeing a reversal on the MACD, and we are seeing, the second part of the day going green for us. So once again, another potential opportunity here to make quite a bit of money. So guys, these opportunities are everywhere. You guys just have to be paying attention to them, doing your analysis, right? The name of the game is you guys have to be, taking on smaller risk and maximizing your profits, right? So you guys don't want to go into risky trades. You guys want to go into trades that are presenting great opportunities, good deals, and, consistent uptrends. That way you can, have a consistent, reliable historic pattern to look at. That way you can kind of indicate and, predict where this price is going to head based on, previous history and indicators and, obviously the fundamentals of the stock. Same situation here with Chegs. Once again, we're breaking the EMA. We're looking very healthy. From here back to, previous highs, we are looking at about 7.7% profit potential. And obviously we're going to want to look at, the previous support. That way we are not, stuck bag holding these stocks. Previous support would probably be approximately around, this SMA line that we're sitting at right here. So that's about $86. We're about 95, right? So once again, we did just see a break above it. So maybe give it a day, just to have some confirmation that it is heading up. And then that might be a great opportunity. Once again, earnings are coming up on the 8th. This one is not exactly the most prime opportunity, but, with school starting back up, students going back to school, Chegs is, a lot of people use Chegs, right? So this is definitely going to come and boost right back up, in my opinion. And it's been doing fairly well throughout the last pretty much 6-7 months, staying, for the most part above this SMA. And once we're seeing this confirmation, school starting back up, I see, potential upside here. The next one that we're going to be looking at is going to be BAC, Bank of America. So we did see this massive pullback with when the market pulled back. We did bottom out here on the RSI, oversold. We are looking that we're breaking this EMA here. Probably going to see a break tomorrow. We are once again bouncing off of a support. So bouncing off of support, breaking above this EMA. RSI is looking very good. MACD is looking very good. Once again, great opportunity here in my opinion. Definitely one to keep an eye on at the very least, with a 14.79% profit potential. And we're looking at, a risk, if we're looking back to, the support level, that's about a 2.1% risk. Great risk to reward ratio here. Next one we're going to be looking at is going to be DBX, and that is the one and only Dropbox. MACD, we're seeing flashing reversal. We've been holding this support on this SMA, on this green SMA line. We did see a healthy pullback happen here. We did break above the EMA today. We've got plenty of room to run on the RSI. We are above 50, so that is looking good overall. I like this one. This one's looking very good, even for the long haul. This has been trading sideways for some time now, so this next move up is going to be looking very good, in my opinion. Definitely one to keep an eye on. The next one that I'm going to be introducing is BBIO. This one had a very big pullback, from 71 all the way down to 57. This is a pharma company, so be careful with this one. However, we did find support on this SMA here. We are approaching the EMA to make a break, and then we are looking very good on the RSI as well as the MACD. Potential reversal here. Once we get a confirmation of the MACD heading up, RSI is going to be probably following. So what we're watching here is we're watching a break above this EMA. Once this breaks, probably a fairly great entry to look at about a 21% gain, if not, 17. Also very healthy company overall. We've been looking from since basically September all the way till beginning of this month, beginning of January. just a straight head up. So this one's been doing fairly well. Definitely see potential here. The last few that we're going to be talking about is going to be AMD and Road. So AMD, healthy pullback once again, came down to the support. This one's not the cleanest setup, but we definitely have seen support here. RSI is looking fairly good. MACD also having a reversal, one to keep an eye on. This one, we're looking at about a 7.25% gain, profit potential here. So that's if we're looking at the next resistance point. This one's one to pay attention to, not the most ideal setup like some of the other ones that I've mentioned, but this one's also presenting a good opportunity, one to pay attention to. And the last one for tonight and this week that you guys should pay attention to and add to your watch list is going to be Road Construction Partners, right? So this one had a very, very good last 6 months, staying above this SMA for the longest time. We've always seen, support on this SMA, support on the SMA, support on the SMA, uptrend. Now we had a fairly large pullback. And based on previous historic patterns, we can assume that this is going to have support on this SMA at about 27. However, we are starting to see a bit of a reversal forming on this MACD right here, the RSI right here. Once we have a confirmation on the MACD, this RSI is going to be following. We obviously have, earnings coming up on the 5th. So if we're going to be getting some good news and we see confirmation of a break above, this EMA line, we can definitely see, a nice profit potential and profit margin here of about 20%, right? 20% profit margin with about a, if you want to go all the way and risk all the way down to the SMA, that's about a 9%. Obviously, manage your risk accordingly, but this one's definitely presenting a great opportunity as well. So that's pretty much it, guys, for this week. Those are some great opportunities that I have found that I thought I would share with you guys and that you guys can hopefully take advantage of. Avoid hype stocks, avoid manipulation stocks. There's plenty of opportunities out there to make money. So the point is, just focus on great opportunities, not what's being hyped, right? Those are just some great ones to throw on your watch lists. And hopefully this helps you guys out. If you guys found any value in this video, drop a thumbs up for me. This is going to help my YouTube channel and the algo. Also, throw out some comments. Give me your thoughts. What do you guys think? Are there some stocks that I missed that you guys want to share with me for this week? You can drop them down below in the comments. And that should probably wrap it up for this week. So happy trading, guys. Stay safe, stay smart, trade well. And I will see you guys next week.